Hi guys, welcome back to the homestead. Yes, doing some training with Groot. He's learning. We're still training. Different things, new things. Yes, good boy. So today is our last day. Well, not really our last day. Today is the final day for the list on our sheet for conditioning bales. However, we're still going to keep working at them. But yesterday was a rest day. We didn't water, we didn't do anything to it. The only thing I did was check the temperature on the bales. Now, the bales were running about 100, 110, depending on the bale, which is good. That means it's doing its thing. I'm not too worried about it. We're gonna do a test today. A big old horsefly. We're gonna do a test today on them. And then, it's a little warm in the greenhouse today. I need to open these doors. And then, we'll see what it looks like in the bales. We're supposed to add a gallon of water today and every day until we plant. Now, hopefully I managed to link the paperwork. And, you got the sheets. If not, I'll figure out another way to do it. But, so if you're following along on your sheet or on the link, today and every day from here on, we water a gallon of water a day until day 14. Then we can plant. After day 14, you can plant. As long as your bales are reading under 105 degrees. So, I'm going to check my bales. My thermometer was in my greenhouse and it was a little warm in there. So I'm letting it kind of cool off. We're going to check the bales. On my bales right now, I can still see the 13, 13, 13 that we put on. A lot of it has melted in, gone down into the bale. But there's still some stuff on top. We got some major rain here a little while ago. Like I'm standing in water. We've had a lot of rain this spring, and so our ground is just saturated. But I am literally standing in water. I am not going to pour water on these bales today because they got enough water with the rain. Mother Nature helped us out. Once again, I think that's the second or third time she's done that. So, but I am going to check my bale temperature. So I will also tell you that this is the first year I've used a composting thermometer to check my bales. I've not done it in the past. I've always kind of just stuck my hand down in there. If it's too hot for my hand, it's too hot for my plant. But I want to be a little more accurate on this video for you guys. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with sticking my hand down in here. I kind of just know if it's too hot or whatever. If it's too hot for my hand, and my hands are pretty sensitive. So if it's too hot for my hand, it's too hot for my plants. But this is a great tool to have, and I want to see how close I am to being right with my hand. I've not lost anything that way last year, so, But we're going to let it go for a few minutes. We're going to give it time to get up to temperature. And like I said, I'm not putting water on these bales. Oh, y'all, the wind this year has been just crazy. But as you can see, some of the fertilizer is still sitting on top, and that's okay. It's going to take its time. It's going to dissolve. It's going to go down in the bales. But I also want you to see how soft this bale is. See how mushy and soft that is. That's what you're looking for. You want it to be soft. You want to break it down. That's what you're trying to do, is break it down. I mean, it's still stiff. I mean, it is bundled up and it's tight, but it's getting soft. I can stick my finger down in there and it's nice and warm. Not too warm, but it's warm. So while I'm out here, y'all see the water stand? I don't know if y'all can see the water. It's crazy. We've had so much rain. You see that? It's crazy. In the summer, we'll be begging for more water. So I do have some stuff coming up. We've got beets coming up here. I've got some lettuce coming up right here in this little row right here. More beets. I planted about 150 beets down the center of this. Now this is last year's straw bales. So if you weren't here last year, We use the straw bales in the center of the garden of that bed there and this bed here. That one had tomatoes. This one had green beans and all kinds of stuff in it. So I came back this year, and you can plant root vegetables. I would not do root vegetables in this year's straw bales, simply because they're going to be too hard for them to grow. They're still going to be pretty tight. The ones in these beds are pretty well broken down. In fact, some of them are pretty much totally gone, and that's because we put them in with the dirt. But so I'm putting beets in the straw bales because they're soft enough this year that you can do root vegetables. I also did some spinach down here. It's going like crazy. It's the spinach I planted last year and I really like it. It does really well. Planted some chard in here. It has not come up yet. I got some carrots coming up. Oh, and I want to show y'all this. That's last year's carrot. So I planted carrots last fall. I planted this garden all ready for the fall last year, and it didn't do anything. Nothing I planted for the fall last year that I direct sowed came up. And that was fine. Like, it was okay. I was just giving it a shot. So this year when I came out to clean out the beds and straighten them up, I actually pulled out this little tiny carrot. It's about this long, about the size of my pinky. And I thought, well, you know, maybe I can put it back in and see if it'll go to seed. So that's what we're doing. We're just trying it. I mean, it wasn't edible. And so I'm like, let's put it back, because you can get seeds off carrots. It's tricky. Oh, this wind. And it is tricky to get seeds off of things like carrots because they only seed every 2 years. So you can take them inside, save them for the next year, plant some of those carrots, and they should go to seed, and then you can collect seeds. So I'm going to try to see if it'll seed and if it will go to seed, and then I can collect seeds off of it. That'll be kind of fun. Let's go check the temperature on the straw bale. You guys can't see that. It's reading about 90 right now. I think that's kind of low. It's probably going to go up. Part of that could be because of the rain, because this bale I checked yesterday was 110. But it could have slowed down. I mean, it's no big deal. But right now it's about 90. So I'm going to leave that in there for a little while I water some stuff in the greenhouse and take care of that. And then tomorrow we will water the bales, a gallon a bale, and the next day. And I think day-wise that's about it. Again, we don't want to plant it before 14 days, and we don't want to plant in a bale that's over 105 degrees. So like if that one's reading right now right about 100, it's fine to be planted in. So I will do a video probably tomorrow watering, and then just recap some of what we've done, and maybe if I can think of some things that I had shared with you guys or I want to clarify or whatever, I'll do that as well. Alright guys, thanks for joining me with this straw bale journey. I hope you've learned something. I hope it's something you try at least 1 year. And one of the things I talked to my sister about today was the cost involved in doing this versus building those beautiful beds. So I'll share some of that with y'all tomorrow. Hope y'all have a great day. Love y'all. God bless. Bye.